Hey y'all, it's Monarch Mama, and I have another Wellness Wednesday video for you. It's the week after Christmas, and I did not weigh in today. I am not going to get on the scale today, although I have been getting on the scale every day the last couple of days, and so I kind of know where I'm at. So I just forgot I had a restless night last night, so I just forgot to get on the scale this morning. Anyway, so I met my goal for this month, which was maintaining the loss that I already have for the past several months. So I started my weight loss journey in September, and I've lost 13 pounds so far, and I've been doing the Trim Healthy Mama plan. So I have lost 13 pounds on that, and I have maintained that loss for the month of December. So I have plans to lose more in January, and and I'll talk more about that in a little bit. So Christmas week was a quiet Christmas here. We didn't have a lot going on. My husband is a pastor, and so we had a Christmas Eve service, and he also had to preach on Christmas morning, which was also the Lord's Supper, so there was preparation for that as well. So this Christmas we did not do any traveling. We were here most of the time we were here. But leading up to Christmas it was a lot of work for him. So we had a very quiet Christmas, just a stay-at-home Christmas, and so we decided to open up Christmas gifts on Christmas Eve. So Christmas Eve day we grilled fajitas and had fajitas for Christmas dinner. Well, it was our Christmas dinner. It was really Christmas Eve. And then Christmas Day, which was Sunday this year, we went to church normally, and then came home and I made enchilada casserole. So I've always wanted to do a Tex-Mex Christmas, and so this year was my year to be able to do it. And it was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. I made an apple pie also for Christmas. So we indulged maybe a little bit, and there was candy involved, and there was apple pie, and all of those good things that we like to have and indulge on a little bit at Christmas time or Thanksgiving time. So, but what I discovered was that after about a day or two, I didn't feel really good. You know, the fajitas were fine and the enchilada casserole was fine, but the candy and the sweets, it just made me feel dissatisfied, and it didn't satisfy what I thought that it might. Like I was expecting it to taste better than it really tasted. Except for the Snickers. The Snickers was really good. But it wasn't as satisfying to me as what I thought that it was going to be. So that was good. I thought that I've kind of lost my taste for some of those items. Of course, being back on some of those things like the apple pie, and I made pumpkin bread for my kiddos, and my guys really like that. So I had some pumpkin bread, and the breads and the wheat. I guess it's the wheat that just really upsets my stomach, and I found that when I eat bread, it gives me heartburn. So I find that when I'm not eating bread, my heartburn is gone. It may also be the sugar, because that's the other thing that I have had more of this week than I've had in the past several months was sugar. So it's either the sugar or the bread, or maybe a combination of both, that has made my heartburn act up quite a bit. Like every night I've been taking Tums probably the last several nights, just because when I lay down at night, I start having a little bit of heartburn pain. So that's something I didn't like. I don't like that. So it encourages me to be more on my plan and to stick with what I've been doing. A couple of things that I have been looking at just over the past week. A couple of days I was in the kitchen, a couple of days ago I was in the kitchen, and usually when I'm in there cleaning up or doing something in the kitchen, I'm always listening to something. I might be watching YouTube videos, or I might be listening to podcasts. And I was listening to one that I hadn't listened to in a while, and that was the GTD podcast, and that stands for Getting Things Done. And that is a book by David Allen. David Allen is an author, and he writes about organization and focus. So his podcasts talk about ways that you can, tools that you might use, or ways that you can keep focus. So this particular podcast was especially about focus, and the things that he offers are tools that will help you to to take the things that you're thinking about in your brain and put them out on paper, just kind of like the Franklin Covey or the organization daily, what do you call them, using your calendar, writing lists and dealing with things that are priority, things like that. So he recommends that you are using those tools in order to get the things out of your brain and onto the paper, so that you don't have to use up your brain power to think about those day-to-day tasks. And that way it frees up brain cells for you to be able to think creatively and to be able to focus on whatever it is that you are trying to overcome or to be successful. So I periodically will listen to one of his podcasts, and this day he was talking about visualization, and he was talking about how major athletes, will think about making their goal long before they ever make their goal. They will shut everything down and just focus on thinking about whatever it is that they are wanting to achieve and visualizing it in their head. So that's something that I want to try and focus on this week, is actually seeing myself meeting my goal, whatever that goal may be. And I'll probably have a video later in the week about what my goals will be for 2017 and for the month as well. But anyway, the other thing that we talked about this morning I watched just so Trish and Tangi the Caver's wife have the Mamagetsfit on Wednesday mornings, and I was watching that this morning, and one of the things that they were talking about was a vision board. So it kind of goes along with the visualization tool, is that a vision board would give you those pictures to see in your mind, to see in front of you, to keep your goals always in front of you, and to focus your attention on where it is you're trying to go and why. So one of the things that I would like to do this week is to get my vision board together. And Tangi and Trish were encouraging people that are in the Mamagetsfit Facebook group to get together their vision board and post it to their Facebook page. So I will try to get that done this week, and it will help me, and I know it will be fun and exciting to see what other people's vision boards look like and how they are using their creativity to keep their focus. The other thing that I would like to do this week is, I was watching the Fitness Blender video with Daniel and Kelly, I guess it was yesterday's video, and Daniel and Kelly are really good about their fitness videos are more about being healthy, and they don't push supplements. They They just focus on healthy, good, whole eating and just true regular exercise. So that's what I really appreciate Daniel and Kelly about the natural mindset that they have towards fitness. So one of the things that they were talking about in that video was setting goals that are non-scale victories, not non-scale victories, non-scale goals. Of course, we celebrate non-scale victories, but for this week, I would like to set some non-scale goals. So one of the goals that I have for this week is I would like to work out 3 days this week. So that is my fitness goal for the week. And the other thing that I want to do is I want to make sure that I have a fruit or a vegetable with every meal. So those are going to be my goals for this week. Now my goal for the month, I would like to lose at least 2 pounds for this month. I have not been walking very much the last month because of illness in the family. We've had colds and the weather has been not very great on the days that I wanted to go out and walk. So we haven't been on a regular schedule and I haven't been walking like I should have. I have done a couple of workout videos, but I've been struggling with a cold and I just haven't gotten it done. So although I may have maintained my weight loss, I have definitely lost my fitness level. I don't feel as good as I did a month ago. And I think that sugar is probably part of that it kind of weakened my immune system. So I need to get things right. I need to get it done. So, yes, so I would like to lose at least 2 pounds this month, and that would bring me to my next 5-pound goal. I lost 10 pounds. Well, I've lost 13 total, but when I reached my 10-pound goal, I bought my earrings, and so my next 5-pound goal, my plan was to buy myself a bouquet of flowers. So I really, really, really want to meet that goal this month in January. Talking about in January. So that is my next weight goal, is that I would like to meet that next 5-pound goal, and I'm pretty certain that I can meet that goal. So I hope you all had a great Christmas. I had a nice quiet Christmas. It was very good. So let me know how y'all are doing, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.